I feel like a lot of the times we don't realize that conformity is designed to pull you away from your true self and to make you blend in with society. And in this video, I really just wanted to add emphasis on the importance of living on your own terms and not society's. Focusing on the things that actually make you happy and the things that bring value and structure into your life. Because it's easy to conform, it's easy to allow life to take its course on you, but it takes effort and it takes you being conscious to have control over what's going on around you, to not get too consumed by your reality. Whenever we do make up our mind and we finally decide to live on our own terms and not society's, we often get labeled as crazy. Because when you're doing something that's abnormal or that the public or majority of people aren't doing, you're putting yourself up to be ridiculed, you're putting yourself up to be judged because you're doing something that a lot of people don't have the courage or the mental capacity to even pursue. But when you take the time to take into account what conforming does to you, you'll realize that it's better to be that person who stands out or to be that person that's just living in their own little bubble. But in any situation, I would much rather be labeled crazy and free than wise and chained away. And all it really takes in a sense is just having that courage. Having that courage to stand out and to stand on your beliefs and what you want to do with yourself. And you will never truly find happiness in life until you learn to not worry about what everyone has to say about you, or until you learn to just live for you. Do the things that make you happy. It doesn't matter if people view them as weird. It doesn't matter if people view them as strange. If it's something that you're interested in, go out and pursue it. Because I know a lot of the times we're so worried about being judged. Because this was one of my biggest problems growing up, and I still have my flaws today, is just worrying about what people have to say about how I live my life or the decisions that I make. But if we live our entire lives worrying about what others have to say about us, then in the simplest terms, we won't do anything but stunt our growth. We won't be able to fully expand mentally to the point where we're free. We won't be able to reach those heights that we may have set upon ourselves as kids and the hopes and everything that we may have had for our future, simply because we're focusing on everything that's so surface level to the point where we're not even giving ourselves that chance to actually get what we want out of our lives. And if you just take a moment right now, think about everything that's held you back. And a lot of us could relate on the fact that it was either people's opinions or it could have been our fear of getting judged or being viewed a certain way. There's just certain things that we haven't done. There's certain points in our life that we haven't gotten to because we're so busy living on society terms and worrying about what everyone has to say or people's viewpoints on the world, rather than worrying about what we have going on and the things that we want out of our life. True happiness to me is being able to live for you, to do the things that you want to do and not worry about what everyone has to say. Not to blend in or to conform, but to truly live your life knowing that you're unique. To live your life knowing that you're one of one and you cannot be easily replaced. And one way that I learned that we can transition from living on society's terms and to actually start living on our own terms is to completely understand what normal is, completely understand what conformity is, and do everything to be the opposite of it. What people view as normal, what the majority of society is doing around us, we should try our best to stand out. We should try our best to be that oddball, because in a sense, this isn't going to do anything but open up more opportunities for us. We live in a day and age where being different speaks volumes before anything else. So if we can transition and fully learn how to be our true selves, because I feel like we're all different in a sense. We all have something about us that's very special that the next person may not. And it just takes us figuring out what that is and embracing it. For example, I was scrolling on Instagram the other day and I seen this picture of this lady and she had like a birthmark across her face. And it just reminded me, because I feel like back in the day, people would have been so quick to judge her or to express their opinion. But everyone embraces her uniqueness. Everyone embraces her beauty because of how unique she is. And I know that it was probably extremely hard for her to grasp the idea that this is something she has to live with. And sooner or later, she had to learn how to embrace it. And she's obviously using it to her advantage. And of course, it doesn't always have to be physical. But whatever it is that makes you unique, whatever it is that makes you not conform to the general norms of society and to actually stand out and be different, then you need to go out and do it. Whether you have a skill, whether you're an artist, whether you have some special talent, anything that it could be you, because you're one of one As long as you see that in you, then nobody else can tell you anything differently. And oftentimes, I feel like we don't notice the traps. We don't notice the traps that's set by society, like the living the American dream, where you go to college, you get a degree, you start a family. But there's way more to life. And I feel like these are just traps in a sense, because a degree itself does not make you successful. And building a family and getting married does not make you happy. What makes you happy is finding your purpose in life and worrying about doing the things that are generally pleasing to you. So we need to put more emphasis and be more conscious about not getting trapped and being told that we have to live a certain way or we have to follow a certain, general order simply because this is what everyone else is doing. It's 2024. You do not need to go to college to be successful. You do not need to start a family to be happy. But I just really want y'all to take that into account, because a lot of us may be in families where we're told that, getting a degree is the only way out, or having kids and starting a family is something that you have to do. But I really want y'all to know that there's way more to life than these things. And in general, to me, this is the American trap. These are the stipulations that they put on us to keep us confined and to keep us trapped in a sense. So we need to do everything in our power to get out of this mindset and to be more free and to be more open and expand ourselves so that we could really reach our true potential in life. But the world truly is ours, and there's so much that we could do, truly taking into account that you set the standard for your life, whatever that may be, whatever you put on a pedestal, whatever you consider normal, whatever you're comfortable with. These are all standards that's set by you, and you should definitely set the bar high when it comes to your life, because you want to be that person that expands, you want to be that person that grows, you want to be that person that stands out from the rest, because this is why people are going to appreciate you, this is why people are going to value you and to actually cherish you in the long run. But if you made it to the end of the video, man, I appreciate you so much. Really take the time today to be different, and do things that actually make you feel whole. Do things that make you feel unique. Do things that make you feel special. And to put less emphasis on blending in. But I love y'all, and I'll see y'all on the next one. It's your boy Blue Jay Tay.